There we go, I got myself muted. Whoops. Hello. All right. Everything should be good in place. Everything is ready. All right. So, I have not streamed in a hot minute. Like over a month, I think. I was checking. My last stream was a pre-Dawn Trail kind of meme stream trying to catch Giant Timon. Giant Timon is way easier now with the new Dawn Trail skills, which is amazing. Hello, how are you? Giant Timon is way easier with the new Dawn Trail skills, which is amazing. Considering that used to be like one of the most obnoxious fish ever. So what I'm going to be doing today is there's a lot of fish that I haven't really tried out with the new skills. And I'm going to be kind of combination testing and showcasing a bunch of stuff just to sort of see how it all kind of goes. The big ones that I'm going to be looking at today, I actually made myself like a little list here. I'm looking at Pearl Pipira, I'm looking at Greatest Scream in the World, Magic Mushroom, Twitchbeard. I'm going to try out a Greatest Serpent of Ronka window, Ondosai. I'm going to waste, there's a Cinder Surprise window today, and I'm going to waste it doing some hook set testing. I'll explain what that is later, because I left myself a big, an overly long blank to get ready for that. Princess Killifish. Then there's like kind of a blank period where there's a few options for what to go for, and then wrapping it up with a look at the new kind of way to catch lancetfish, which is way better than the old one. It is lab day. Sure, follow me on Twitter. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the new lancetfish way is way easier than the old one. It still only works like half the time, but now you don't have to sit around for like 3 hours, which is a huge improvement. So we're gonna start with Pearl Pipira. This is an annoying, really annoying fish. Sort of its big problem is how do I describe this? Actually, let me make sure that I have. I've got to open up my Twitch chat so that I can like moderate stuff. Yeah, I need to be able to moderate my own Twitch chat because right now I can't. There you go. Yay, following. Thank you. What's really funny, that was actually like really lucky that I saw that. I don't get a notification through OBS, and I can't see it anywhere else. I need to fix that because I can't see when people follow me, which is like really unfortunate, honestly, because I want to be able to like thank people when they follow me, because it's like rude not to, you know. What was I saying about Pearl Pipira? Oh yeah. So this is a mooch chain, and it's really annoying because the mooch chain breaks super easily. It got better in Endwalker because makeshift bait makes it really easy to like chain the mooches together. With the addition of swimbait, which you can see here, it gets even better because now we can like pre-stock a bunch of diamond pipiras, which makes it much easier. When does this window actually open? Still 3 minutes. So it just got even a full step easier. And now with I pre-caught these so you can't see it, but with Ambitious Lure, which I have macroed here, it's so much easier to get the diamond pipiras that you need to mooch on. It's just like so much easier. Like they just it just keeps getting easier and easier. let's see here. So just to kind of explain roughly how some of the skills here work. Swimbait is kind of the MVP for the Pearl Pupira window that I'm doing here. The way that Swimbait works is you can now stock up to 3 mooches in advance and use them as regular bait. There are restrictions on this because this is actually a very well-designed skill. It doesn't work with surface slap. So you can't surface slap something and then use swimbait, which means that certain legendary fish like Stethecanthus and Ruby Dragon are untouched. Pearl Pupira is another one that like doesn't, like, you would be able to get a lot of benefit from what we refer to as a mooch slap. But yeah, it's actually it's a very well designed skill because you can't do that, which is nice. The other thing it does that I think is really good is that it is affected by what is called a miss, which is an anti-botting measure. So if you fish in the same spot for 50 minutes, you just get booted. Like, you just pack up your rod and leave, and you lose all your buffs. And swimbait counts as a buff. When you stop fishing, you lose your swimbait, which means that you can only hold these for up to 50 minutes. And that's really, really good, because something that I noticed that started happening during Endwalker, and I think this is Lancet Fish's fault to start and like just kept getting worse and worse, is a lot of people in the fishing community started getting really hung up on overly long preps, like what we call jailing, basically showing up like over an hour early, sometimes multiple hours early, to just like get certain rare fish. And in a lot of cases that's just not necessary. And if swimbait didn't have this restriction on it, I think you would see a lot of people kind of going crazy for that. All right, windows open, let's go. So I just hit makeshift bait, which lets you mooch fish without them being large sized, which is really useful. It also does not cancel your current mooching opportunity. Other skills, so you can only mooch large sized fish unless you're using makeshift bait. The skill that allows you to catch large sized fish more often, Patience 2, and the skill that guarantees a large sized fish, Prize Catch, those all cancel your current mooch. So if you're holding a fish that you can mooch and you use those skills, you lose them. Lost wine. And this is why we stock the swimbait. Right back in it. So those all cancel your current mooch. So if you're holding a moochable fish and you use those skills, you lose the mooch, and then it's just gone. With makeshift bait, this is an Endwalker skill. You just keep, like, you can just use that and keep mooching, which is crazy. Like, that's so powerful. I don't think a lot of people like really appreciate how good that is. It's like kind of nuts. All right, let's see what we got. Oh my god, freaking! So the one exclamation point bite that you're seeing there is yellow Pupira, which is absolutely adamantly not what I want to be getting. Completely worthless to me. Take it from my site. Oh my god. And I keep forgetting to rest. This is like the other thing. They added this new skill, rest, that allows you to just like retract the line, and you'll notice me not using it because it's been like 5 or 6 weeks and I still haven't built up the muscle memory to do it. That's a long bite. Ah, slip. Boo. Slipped pearl. Alright. I sat down because you can see what's going to bite a little early. Or you can see if you caught the bite a little early if you do that. Alright, so I just used Patience 2 to make myself catch more large-sized bites. Yeah, I love sitting in the wet leaves. So I've just parked myself down in this really uncomfortable position. I just stole this macro from Fruity Snacks because I didn't feel like making my own. I used Ambitious Lure to catch a Diamond Pipira, the mooch bait, way more easily than before. It works really well here, actually. What Ambitious and Modest Lure do is they boost your odds of catching a small or large-sized fish. But when they say small or large-sized fish, it's a different meaning than every other context in the game, which is horrible. I don't know why they would do that. It's so upsetting. It's the worst thing that they've done in the tooltips in a long time for fishers, where they just started getting consistent. So let me... Large-sized fish in this context means a fish that has a 2 exclamation point bite, and small-sized fish means 1 exclamation point bite. It does not mean, so you see here, this large right here, that's a different meaning of large-sized fish. That means that it's moochable. And specifically it means that you see here it's measuring 47.5 elms. So a large-sized fish is one that is in the top, I think it's like 10% or 20% of its size range. In Japanese, these are like very distinct from each other. It's like large species and small species, which is like very, very clear, versus like large in a size for its species. Not to be confused with big fish, which are like the boss fish of each fishing hole, which is obviously something completely distinct. We're gonna, oh yeah, didn't get that in time. What do we got here? How long does this window actually last? 3:31. Okay. But yeah, so the lures boost your odds of catching small or large species of fish, respectively, and they boosted a lot. Like, when they were first like released, I don't think anyone really understood the magnitude of the effect, but it's fucking huge. Like, we're talking on the order of there's a fish called giant taimen I was talking about a little bit earlier. My last fishing stream was like a joke stream where I was like trying to catch it, and that was the whole stream, just giant taimen endurance stream, because it's like so rare and obnoxious. It has like a 2% bite rate. With the lures, it's like over 10%. Like, that's a huge boost. It's like absolutely ridiculous. But the problem is they're very situational. They reward you a lot for like knowing the specifics of what you're going for, knowing a lot of detail about like every other fish in the hole. Oh, this is a long bite. Oh, there we go. Pearl Pipira. We got one. Moral of the story, if you can just mooch continuously through the window, you will be successful. Cool. All right. Our next target for today, I'll just move right on, is going to be the best named fish in the entire game. We are going to catch the greatest bream in the world. So this is one that is just, here it is, the greatest bream in the world. This is one that's just kind of annoying. It has a really, really low bite rate. That's just like its whole thing. It has a really low bite rate. Oops. What did I just do? Oh, lol. Yeah, that's really just it. It has a low bite rate. It's up fairly often. Nothing too crazy. I should have chummed that. Oops. That's not right. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to... Why am I not chumming? I should just... This is actually really funny. So chum is like a default skill all the way through Endwalker. But because of the way the lures are, sometimes chumming is literally just like not the ideal move at a given time. Yanak Bream, there we go. So suddenly it's like not second nature to me anymore, which is really funny. I've just like lost a habit. So I'm gonna Surface Slap Yanak Bream, and I'm going to be ambitious luring for the greatest bream in the world. Hello. Nope. Alright, and if I'm smart, I will actually remember to rest every single time, because this is really funny. It's like I like to think of myself as being a good fisher, but like what I actually am is I'm a very prepared fisher. I like have tons of notes written out here next to me for every fish I'm going for today. Like every little thing I have to do on how to catch every single one of them. But like I'm so bad at the actual execution aspect of everything. I'm like a chronic like fat fingerer. I mess up everything. I'm terrible at ocean fishing because it's actually got like a skill component to it. Alright. So, yeah, greatest bream is just a low bite rate. And it's up for about 7 more minutes. Alright. There's a lot of like older fish that have just gotten these like fascinatingly huge buffs from the lures. We're still like finding new ones. Right, isn't rest so nice? I love rest, and I still forget to use it half the time. I'm just like I'm so bad at... Oh, long bite. Yeah, did I get it? I got it. Wow, check that out. A greatest bream in the world. Ta-da! I love this one. It's so long, its name doesn't even make it all the way. Alright. So here's a question. There's still a lot of time left in this window. 5:50. Yeah, there's like 6 minutes left in the window. Can we catch more greatest breams? How many breams can we get? There's a fun fishing. I'm a chronic idiot. I love doing like multiple catches in windows. This is my like worst trait. I should be sitting. I like to sit because I don't like to wait for a second to know whether I caught something or not. But I like going for multiple catches in one window. especially of like some of the legends. My personal best record for anything is I caught 4 Nepto dragons in one window, which is pretty crazy. What? So yeah, lures boost the odds a lot, but you cannot override. That's not a small number of wishes. All right, bye Vermilion. Or yeah, lurk mode Vermilion. Yeah, 4 Neptos is crazy. It's like that's my personal record, but it's that was actually during the 24-hour fish pride train too. Maybe it was 3 Neptos. I don't remember. I posted a screenshot. I can go check that later. But yeah, I just like kept pulling them up. It was ridiculous. I didn't mooch a single one of them either. They were all straight catches. But yeah, I love going for the multiple catches. Lures have made some of those multi catches way easier. Like I got 2 dreps in a window once, and I was like, wow, 2 dreps in a window, that's crazy. And now it's like you get like 3 or 4. The lures are insane. So the thing about the way the lures work is they are just a weighted multiplier on the entire pool to increase the number of 1 bite strength. So yeah, right. Catching so it multiplies the weight of a specific bite. So for 3 stacks of lure right now, we think that's a 6 times multiplier. So for example, if you have like 40% powerful bites in a hole and 60% precision bites, what you can do is you can imagine it instead is like as a number of fish. So it's 40 powerful fish and 60 precision fish. And you multiply the 40 precision or the 40 powerful fish by 6, and you have 240 powerful fish and 60 precision fish. So you went from 40% powerful to 80% powerful. So that's just like the oh, yay. So it has a huge impact, and I think it took a lot of people by surprise how strong the lure effects are. Because I know at the very beginning everyone was like trying to fish for the guarantees, because like obviously the guarantees are like an AoE surface slap. They're so powerful, but like they're really not that common. And the more powerful they would be, the rarer they are. Which I guess makes sense. We don't really know exactly how the guarantee proc rate works yet. That's something we're still working on. The multipliers, we have a decent amount of data. They're like roughly narrowed down, but they're not like 100% determined yet. But we think they're 1.5, 2, and 6 for the 3 stacks. Oops. Let's see here. Oh, the window's almost up. Oh well. I think the window's almost up. Yeah, it's like 30 seconds left. Oh, I got 2 though. And there you go. Getting 1 of these in a window used to be a huge freaking pain. I just got 2. Ta-da! That was great. All right, next up, we're going to another really annoying one. Let's see. Next one up is on my list. We are heading for magicked mushroom. All right. So a second way that the lures are helping a lot is not just with these direct straight catch fish, but also making it way easier to catch the base fish for mooching. So, for example, magicked mushroom is mooched off of common sculpin, and so common sculpin is like a little bit of a pain. Like it's not super rare or anything, but it's not. Where are my spinners? There they are. It's not like ultra rare or anything, but it's not a guaranteed catch like some other old mooch fish are. Like the flagship in Azisla with signature skyballs, like you can only catch specific. You can like literally only catch the mooching fish with that now. I'm building up makeshift bait because the window doesn't open for like another minute. What was I gonna say? I'm like blanking, but yeah. So common sculpin is not the only fish you can catch on the spinner. It's the most common one, but it's not the only one. However, it is the only weak bite. So if you use Modest Lure, the odds of catching a common sculpin are super duper high. Oh yeah, well there's a guarantee, so I will now guaranteed catch a common sculpin. I can just store it. Stored. And the window's about to open, so I'm not going to store this one. I'm just going to mooch it immediately. Magic mushroom is one of those ones that's like, yeah, a lot of these old mooch fish are really annoying just because getting the bait fish to mooch in the first place is annoying. And then they out themselves are fairly rare. We don't have a lot of control over mooching. We have tons of control over I don't know what this is. I don't know this hole well enough to actually know what I'm catching. What was I gonna say? Mushroom crab. All right. We don't have a ton of control over like what we're catching when we're mooching. We've always had a lot of control, like always I say, since Shadowbringers, we've had a lot of ways to control what we're catching with straight catches. The lures give us tons of control in many situations, but when it comes to mooching, it's basically just like the more shots on target you get, the better you do. But we have lots and lots and lots of chances now. Makeshift bait, patience 2 give us more and more like shots to mooch. You can basically, with swimbait, makeshift bait, and patience 2, you can now basically just keep mooch chains going for the entire duration of the window. This is long. Slip. Boo. Keep it rolling. The thing that's nice is like you basically never need to I just realized I don't have enough. Okay. GP8. Oh. I almost miscalculated there. I like didn't have enough GP to use precision hook set. If it had bit like a second earlier, it could have been rough. We have like a million ways to mooch now, just to like keep the mooches rolling, get more mooch fish. And we've had a lot since Shadow, like since actually Heaven's Word is when Patience 2 was added. There's a lot of focus on mooching. I think the lures are the first time we've ever been able to like directly alter the percentages the way we can now, though, which is kind of wild. I'm sort of rambling, but like I'm so excited by the new fishing skills. They're so insane. Like there's literally nothing else in the game like them. What we got here? Ugh. I keep getting my hopes up because of how long the what's it called? Mushroom crab bite is. Yeah, a little bit less detritus. I can't actually set foot in this particular hole because I don't know. It's a blank spot on the map, so they won't let me. But I can vibe next to this monster because I have my magical invisibility orbs. Ooh. Oops. That was a fat finger, but it was okay. So the magic mushroom window is pretty long, but I'm actually not going to stay for the whole thing because I'm going to bail for Twitchbeard in a couple of minutes because that's also one that benefits in pretty much the same way from the lures and the mooching, and I think it's more fun to like travel around and check out different things rather than just kind of stay stuck in one spot the whole time. Why is this so long? Man, this dang mushroom crab is such a long bite. Very rude of it. Ominous. Oh, okay. How long do I have before I should bail? Probably want to leave in about 4 minutes. Give myself a minute and a half to get to the mist. Boo. Oops, where did I catch that? What did I even catch? Giant bass. if you're wondering about the ping I have with grace period over, um, the lures have this interesting trait. So every time you use one of the lures, it re-rolls what's on the line. So what fish is like going to be caught is actually determined at the moment you cast the line out. Like that's always been true. Like it snapshots at the instant that you use cast. So like right now, what fish I'm going to catch has been determined. Except when you use the lures, it actually re-rolls it. So I guess the problem is, since you can use the lure at any time in the cast, certain fish can only bite in certain time periods. So like some fish will only bite between like 8 to 10 seconds or something like that. So if you use the lure at like 10 seconds, and you re-roll into something that bites at like 5 seconds, what happens? And the answer is that it'll bite instantly. Like it doesn't just, you can't just like avoid it. It'll still bite. It'll just bite immediately. The way they do this, and also as a way of like, I think just letting you decide whether or not you're going to roll a second or third time, is every time you use it, there's a like a 4-ish second empty period where nothing can bite. And so that's called, we're calling that the grace period. And so if something was supposed to bite during the time period where the lures were happening and during the grace period, it'll just bite like instantly as soon as the grace period ends. So you can see on this macro, when it says grace period over, there's just like immediate, like there's that ping, and a lot of the times there's just like immediately a bite. And that indicates that what is biting was supposed to bite at some point earlier. And it's just like only now just biting. How long do I got? I should bail in like 30 seconds. This will be my final cast. I didn't get a magic mushroom in this window, but I did get a lot of a continuous stream of common sculpins, so this is actually pretty successful. Oh yeah, we Neff in the fish court was literally like counting frames to figure out exactly how long the grace period was. And they figured out it's exactly 3.5 seconds from when the like you tried to lure a large size fish message shows up. Is like the exact length of it. I'm just gonna return. But the problem is there's a slight delay between when you use the skill and when that message actually appears. And that has like a little bit of like ping variance and stuff. So, where am I going? Just the mist in general. The exact length of the grace period varies a little bit. Spoonworm. So it's kind of hard to say exactly how long it is, but it's like about 4.5 seconds. Assuming that you don't have like insane ping. What am I doing here? Oh, I should be MLR spamming. That's fine, I'm building stacks. I'm not building stacks. It's active. Whoops. I'm just sitting here like, oh, I still have a little bit of time before the window opens. No, the window's already open. Alright. We stacking. Let's go. What bite is Twitchbeard? Powerful. Okay. Oh, the other thing the hook sets are good for is so these guarantees tell you whether like it just says basically the next fish is guaranteed to be a small bite or a big bite. Something that a lot of people don't realize is that the 3 exclamation point bites are not all big bites. Some of them are small. And for years, people actually like were figuring out whether or not they were big or small bites basically through a pretty miserable process of trial and error, because these hook sets have a very high chance of failure, but not guaranteed failure. Wow, Twitchbeard already, dang. Very high chance of failure, but not a guarantee. Actually, you know what? I got my Twitchbeard. That was way easy, right? Except for the magic mushroom. I want to start getting ready for my next thing that I'm doing. I'm gonna go for Greater Serpent of Ronka next. And I want, yeah, I have 15 minutes of prep time. Let's go for it. People were figuring it out by using the 2 different hook sets and figuring out which one failed more often. And at the time, this was mostly like an idle curiosity thing, because like you didn't need to use Patience 2 or Patience, which are the only reason the hook sets mattered, in order to straight catch big fish. Like it was like a strictly kind of pointless. But now that people did all that work, suddenly it's really valuable, because now we have like the hook set data for sorry, something on my glasses. We have like the hook set data for like hundreds of old fish that no one needed to collect, but people did anyway, and so we don't have to like figure it out. But at the same time, we are going through and like confirming it with the guarantees, because the guarantee will say the next fish is going to be large sized, and if you get the 3 exclamation point bite, you know that it's a large 3 exclamation points. If it says it's going to be small sized fish and you get small 3 exclamation points, or and you get 3 exclamation points, you know it's a small 3 exclamation point bite. So with this, we've been slowly starting the process of like reconfirming like 100% all of the old fish, and we've actually discovered that 2 of the ones from Endwalker were wrong. Like we've already found 2 mistakes by doing this. My assumption is that the older the fish are, the less likely there are to be errors, but you never know. Alright. So, let me just explain what I'm doing here with the Greater Serpent of Ronka. Yeah, so this guy benefits a lot from the new skills, which I will now demo. So first of all, I'm actually just building stacks right now, but so you can mooch clown tetras into Aeryops whenever you want, and then store them as swimbait whenever you want. The window doesn't actually open for like 15 minutes. Aeryops are kind of rare, as I'm sure you know if you've been trying to catch it. But everyone that you can snag, you store as swimbait in advance. And then comes the fun part. The new twist on it, which I will demonstrate once I've managed to swimbait 3 Aeryops. If I even manage to. I do not like the sound that swimbait makes, or that Spareful Hand makes. It's gross. Oh yeah, fun fact. So since Clown Tetras are such an early bite, if it passes, well, if it passes the Clown Tetra like bite points and nothing is bitten, you can just roll Modest Lure, and it'll re-roll what's on the line. So you don't even have to like withdraw and recast. You can just hit Modest Lure and it'll re-roll. So you just saw me do that, and then after the grace period, still nothing was biting. So I just did it again because obviously what's on the line is not a Clown Tetra. So just repeat that a couple of times. It's a really nice it's a small, very, very small little optimization you can do. But it is something that you can do. I think it's actually, it's like 13 seconds is when you can re-roll. Clown Tetras are like the shortest bite in the hole, I think. Alright. How long do I have still? 10 minutes. We're good. Okay, this is late enough. This is probably an Aeriops. Yay. Okay, I have now swimbait 3 Aeriops. Alright, I'm gonna wait for my GP to recharge a little bit, and then I'm going to demo our stupid new prep strat. This is dumb as fuck. This is a fun new way to make the suffering from the Greater Serpent of Ronka a little less suffery. Fun fact: the Magic Mushroom window is so long that it's actually still up. Yeah, we're pocketing fish. This is like a caiman. Oh, and this is an amphibian? What? Wait, what? Amphibian? What the fuck? Hold on. So 99% of the fish in this game are like based on real things. Including a bunch of the really fucked up space fish, by the way. Hold on. Oh wow, Aeriops is a genus of extinct amphibious temnospondyls. A single species, Aeriops megacephalus. Wow, yeah. Big, flat, weird looking guy. What have I been looking at? Grody. Well, it's 78.6 an elm is an inch, so it's a big boy. Alright, here it comes. Are you ready to see some stupid stuff go down? Behold. Priest of Ixloqua can be fish-eyed at any time. Let's go. I did not swim bait. Oh my god, no, I didn't make shit bait. That's fine. Got away. I should have. Oops, I should have. I should have chummed that. Whoops. Oh well. You can fish eye it. You can fish eye it. It has no weather requirements, so you can fish eye it literally whenever you want. So I just got 3 chances right there before the window even's like we're still 7 minutes away from the actual Greater Serpent of Ronka window, and I just got 3 shots at Priest right there, right now. Of course, they're 3 failures because it's Priest, and that's its whole thing. But you know. Fish Eyes is so good on Shadowbringers stuff. Like, I think people really need to pay more attention to how good Fish Eyes is. I was really hoping there's still time, obviously, because Dawn Trail only came out like a month ago. But like Shadowbringers benefits so much from Fish Eyes. Like the number of fish that just like have something like 12 times the uptime with Fish Eyes is insane. And then on top of that, you have things like Golden Pipira, because it has no weather requirements, is literally always up. Why did I swimbait that? Oh my god. I need area ups, not clown tetras. But yeah, so that's the new that's not what I want. Go away. Yeah, now I am always the clown. I mentioned before that I'm like not actually that technically skilled, so I like constantly mess up things. Fat finger, just like misplay. But it's fine. Because as long as you come prepared enough to fishing, you usually make it out okay. Like 80% of the actual skill of fishing is just being over prepared, honestly. And like knowing what you're doing. So the more over prepped you are, the better. Okay, how we doing? Still got like 3-ish minutes before the actual window. Claw bows go away. Oh, that's probably Clown Tetra. What? Oh, did I not? I think. Did I not use precision there? Or precision hook set? Oops. Maybe I did. And it just got away. Fish just have a built-in slip chance no matter what. This is long. Hopefully Mariops. That's awful. Horrible thing to do. Alright, 2 minutes before the real window opens. Oh, whoops. Alright. Still going here. It's early enough that it might be a clown tetra. Nah. There's only like 5 fish in every single hole in the Raktika Greatwood, and it's like the same like 5 fish are everywhere here. It's like Clawbo, Yellow Pipira, Robber Crab, Yellow Pipira, Clawbo, Yellow Pipira, Oathfish, Clawbo, Yellow Pipira, Clawbo, Yellow Pipira. This is the same ones everywhere. Turns the window open in a minute. Oh shoot, getting close. It's almost game time. And I don't have a second full stock yet. What? Hold on. Frickin' robber crab. But yeah, you can see with swimbait, with fish eyes, and a little bit with the ability to reroll with the lures, not so much. That's like a small optimization. But with swimbait and fish eyes, instead of having like maybe 2 chances to try and catch priests in this window, I already had 3 shots before the window even opened. The window's now open. So I'm guaranteed at least 1 more shot. Very plausibly. Yeah, 2 more shots at least. So I'll have had at least minimum 5 shots at the priest in a single window. Because it has a 90% slip rate. 90%. The more shots you get at trying to catch it, the better. And it's just like a war of attrition with that guy. Yeah, slip. Backup Ariops. What we got for you? Slip. Isn't this fun? I love a 90% slip rate. Super exciting. You always gotta have one super high slip. One super high slip fish somewhere. And I would rather it be like here, as part of this like honestly kind of fun long chain, up very frequently legendary, than what's going on with Cinde Surprise. Immediately after this window, I'm going to hit boo. I'm just get my schedule. Yeah, immediately after this, I'm gonna hit up Ondosai because that also benefits a lot from lure. I just want to check that out, and then I'm actually going to go head up and get ready for a Cinde Surprise window. Oops, this could be a Tetra. Alas. Yeah, Cinde Surprise is today's big oops, also makeshift bait. Cinde Surprise is today's big hilarious science experiment, because I'm deliberately wasting the window. Yeah, I've caught a few cinders. I think honestly, I would say Cinder Surprise is the only legendary fish that I would very truly honestly say I have an issue with how it's actually designed. I think you can have 2 of the 3 traits of high slip rate, low bite rate, and long vacations. I think having all 3 is too obnoxious. It's got like a 70% slip rate, and it's regularly gone for like 2 weeks at a time. It's just it's the worst in every category. And I'm going to completely and deliberately waste its window. Oh, my cat. Hello. Slip. No surprises there. If this catch right now isn't a Clown Tetra, I'm gonna bail and run to Ondosai because it's really far from the Aetherite. Yeah. All right. Oops. That's all I want to do. Cinder Surprise sucks because it's like there's lots of fish where it's like I can give like a real advice, I could give like pointers and helpful tips, or I could be like, yeah, no, here's a helpful hint, here's how to do it better, here's how to do it easier, here's like an optimization. But like with Cinder, it's so simple. Like there's no, this feels like a backwards thing to say, but the problem with Cinder is that it's actually very easy. Like, it's very straightforward. There's no trick to it. It's an easy fish. It's easy in that there's no trick to it. It's just stupid rare and it always gets away. And that's annoying. Yeah. Alright, Ondosai. This one should be pretty easy. Oh. A guarantee. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to slap Bubble Angler, and then Ondosai is also Precision Cast. And then the window is fairly short, and as soon as it's over, I'm going to start setting up for Cinder. And I'm leaving myself way too much time, but like, you know, Cinder windows are a precious resource, even if I kind of intend to just totally waste this one. Hello, Fruity, by the way. Cindos. Yeah. I'm going to be wasting my Cinder Surprise window by trying to, So Cinder Surprise is known to be a precision hookset catch. If you check Teamcraft, it has 40 verified precision hookset catches and 0 powerful hookset catches, which I think is a pretty good indicator. And I am going to waste my window trying to guarantee a powerful hookset bite, which I know won't work. Oops. Like I literally know for a fact it's not going to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Sometimes we do dumb stuff for science. Ooh, long bite. Oh no, I forgot to chum. That's why. No, it was still a long bite. Yay! Having a pretty good haul so far today. Alright. I'm not gonna go for a second one. Where is there? It is. Mordzuk. Should just like make a little list of what I managed to catch so far today. So I'm making it good. I am. I literally just stole your macro. I was too lazy to make my own, and I didn't have one set up on this character, so I just grabbed it. I'm a fucking menace driving this car. I like love the way the mounts tilt now, so every time I'm like flying around, I'm just like constantly like deliberately tilting them. It's like I'm a drunk driver. I have a threat to myself and others. Alright. What am I doing here? I have a long time before that window opens. So let me just get myself totally set up here. So far, the only flops that I have had, and by flop, I'm taking a very generous term, I didn't catch a magic mushroom, but I got like 1 million mooches on it, and I didn't catch a greater serpent of Raka, but I got like 5 shots at priests. It's pretty decent. So I would call both of those pretty successful lure tests, or at least lure demos. The serpent was a test for me because I hadn't actually tried that one out yet myself. So for priest, what I did, I don't know why I said lure test for that. That was a swim bait and fish eyes test. I was using lure to re-roll the tetra every time it passed, which I did do a couple of times. Yeah, no, the fish eyes was the real winner there. Just being able to stock up a couple area ops 15 minutes before the window even opens, that just like machine gun. Yeah, it like you lose the ability to know what's on the line, but if what's on the line has already failed, might as well, right? I just like realized I had a moment of like, have I been keeping track of how many sand eggs I have? Because I realized I don't remember if I threw away all my sand eggs from my last cinder catch. But I did. We're all good. I never catch this many sand eggs so fast. What the hell? This is annoying. Almost. It's not actually annoying. Alright. Yeah, being able to machine gun the area ops, that was the first time I'd actually tried it instead of just like kind of theory crafting it. It feels good, just like being able to just like bop bop bop, because you can get all 3 off in a single fisheye window. It was nice. So what I'm going to be doing here with this Cinde surprise window, just to explain for anyone who doesn't know. So as I was talking about earlier, sometimes when you're using the lures, you get a message that's like, you feel like the next you feel like your next cast might be a large sized fish, or you feel like your next catch might be a small sized fish. And that guarantees that the next one will be a precision or powerful hook set fish. And the lures are very heavily dependent on precision and powerful hook sets. Knowing exactly what is and isn't precision or powerful matters a lot for using the lures, for like doing lure stuff. So Cinde Surprise, from past work, from past experience, from Teamcraft data, etc., is a precision hook set big fish. Every catch on Teamcraft uses precision hook set. There are 0 powerful hook set catches. Previous like testing indicates it's precision hook set. So the thing is, we can use these lures to actually test and check 100% confirm whether or not it is a precision or powerful hook set. So if we get a Cinde Surprise bite on the message that says, "Oh, hello, nice ronake," I wish I could emote while in fishing stance. If you get the message that says like, the next catch will be a large sized fish, and then you get a Cinde Surprise bite, you know 100% Cinde Surprise is powerful hook set, or small sized fish and Cinde Surprise precision hook set. So the thing is, since we started doing this testing, like to go back and confirm all the old fish, 2 of them, both an Endwalker and both from patch 6.2, so it might just be like an Endwalker fish dev being like a little weird, which has happened a few times. But 2 fish that we thought were precision hook set turned out to actually be powerful hook set. So lures don't work well on Cinde Surprise because the fishing hole is like 90% precision hook set already. So the boost to bite rates you get from using precision hook set is low. Or the boost to bite rates you get from using Modest Lure is really low. There's not really a lot of tangible benefit from doing it. It's a waste of GP. It's a waste... Oh yeah, Soul of the Martyr is freaking 443 ilms. Good God, how large is that in feet? 1 second. That's a 36-foot long small fish. Small seems small to me. Good God. Their definitions of small and large are questionable. They really should just say, you feel like the next cast will be a weak bite or a powerful bite or something like that. I don't know. They have to be more consistent with this. It's frustrating. But yeah, so Cinde Surprise is a precision hook set fish. The hole is like mostly precision hook set fish, so luring won't do much. Like, we know that luring isn't going to be very effective. So it's like Cinde Surprise got... The only nerf Cinde Surprise really got was rest, which is good, but like... It's Cinde Surprise, which is annoying as hell. It would be nice if it got something more. So what I'm going to be doing, what I've been doing for like a couple of weeks now, is I have been trying to get Cinde Surprise to bite on a guaranteed small fish cast. And I have not gotten it to bite yet. This is not unexpected because it is Cinde Surprise. And it will bite whenever it damn well pleases. I did try one window trying to just get an ambitious lure guarantee, and I didn't see any. And so I was just like, well, I guess it's probably not going to. I guess that's just, it's not powerful hook sets, so it's not surprising. But today, me and Fruity were trying to get Golden Pipira to bite on an ambitious lure guarantee, and it took a really long time, even though we know that it is a powerful hook set bite, and it has a higher bite rate than Cinde Surprise does. So, I guess I just kind of thinking maybe it's too early to rule it out. I mean, it's probably not. It's almost certainly not. Like, this is actually, like, determined. I gotta go to the other side here just so I don't get a missed. I think it was... I wasn't here early enough to get a missed, but I'm gonna do it anyway just in case. One more egg and then identical cast. It's almost definitely not going to be powerful hook set, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway, just in case. Because if I should actually play Dawn Trail on this alt too. This is my like streaming alt, so that I don't have to like. I'm not at risk of like doxing any of my like IRL friends' accounts or anything. You can see here I haven't even done the Endwalker post game stuff. Desert Dustfish. Yeah, so I need to do Dawn Trail so I can actually like gear this up in time for 7.1. So I can actually stream some of the DT fishing. Yay, sand egg. Alright. We are ready. We are ready a solid 19 and a half minutes early. Close that. But yeah, so let me just crunch some numbers here. Let me pull up my. I have a. Oops. When it comes to doing let's see here. What is this? River of Sand. Okay, Hornhelm bite rate is 11.9 per. I use Load Insight to determine the bite rates for like an individual hole instead of Teamcraft, especially for this one because the data is going to be so heavily skewed. Oh wait, that's not right. 11.9 though, still okay. On Teamcraft, just because everyone's fishing for the sand eggs so hard, it's gonna just like really skew it. Okay, so if it's 11.9% on the Hornhelm, 100 minus 1.67 minus 11.9 is 86.43. So 1.67 times 6 is 86.43. 67 times 86.45. Okay, yeah. So if it were to turn out that Cinde Surprise has secretly been a powerful hookset fish all along, which we do not think is the case, we have no reason to suspect this. But if it were to turn out that that is the case, 3 stacks of Ambitious Lore would give it something like a 10% bite rate. So this is why I am trying really hard to actually demonstrate, like get a guarantee of it on either modest or ambitious lure, so we can know one way or the other for sure. Oh, let me just put out my usual all call in the fish cord. Regular reminder for science. If anyone wants to waste their Cinde surprise. I just got a ping. Funalm is large-sized. Thank you. Noted. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. If anyone wants to leave this surprise. If anyone wants to waste their Cinde surprise window for science by luring, not expected to be the best strat. I'm looking at a screenshot of a Cinde surprise bite. Modest lure. There we go. Regular reminder that if anyone wants to waste their Cinde surprise window for science by luring, not expected to be the best strat, I am looking for a screenshot of a Cinde surprise bite on a modest lure guarantee message. And I'll follow up. Or ambitious lure if you extra want to waste it. There we go. All right. And I will personally be using ambitious lure, so I'm going to be extra wasting it. It's because I'm being a big silly here. But you know, until we get that confirmation, it can't really be ruled out. You know? Okay, let's see here. Still have like 10 minutes. I left myself way too much time on this. So something that I was working on is we have a couple of graphics that we're working on to try and like explain how the skills work. And like I think it's a good idea to have multiple different ones floating around just because different people learn in different ways. There's people like me who are a little bit more numbers focused. And then there's people who are like very adamantly not numbers focused and very more like kind of graphically inclined. So I think just kind of having multiple kind of things like that floating around would be useful. And I know that I keep forgetting what lilac, methylene, PK Sage. They had a really nice, like, kind of photoshopped graphic made. It's a little out of date now because it still has the modifiers. It's 1.535, which were the estimates that I made based off of some like 100 n equals 100 data, which is like so insufficient. It was enough to like demonstrate that there was it was enough to demonstrate that there was an effect from the lures, but it wasn't enough to demonstrate like how big that effect actually was. In retrospect, at the time I was just like, wow, 100 data points each, that's totally enough. It wasn't totally enough. That is what it is, though. We learn. Let me see. I have seen some of Tyoto's data sets. Tyoto's a one-man wrecking crew. Tyoto's out here with like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. I've also seen how Tyoto collects data. So, without being too specific, I work in a heavily regulated industry. Any data that I collect has to be verifiable, either through a qualified electronic system, like it's got to be qualified electronic system. Like it's got to be compliant with a bunch of different things in such a way that the data cannot ever be like tampered with. And it's anything that can't be recorded through one of these multiple electronic systems has to be verified at time of collection by a second person. And all data that is collected like and verified has to be double checked and reviewed by an independent additional person, not the second person who signed off on anything that isn't collected through one of the qualified systems, and is basically someone totally who doesn't know me whatsoever. If I was responsible for collecting a bunch of data on my own, I still don't think it would have to go through quite as rigorous a process as how Tyoto is collecting it. He's doing it like incredibly legit. Like it's incredible. I'm cheating because I have like these qualified systems that are already in place that someone from IT set up, so I don't have to think too hard about it. If anything, I think I'm a little bit cavalier because I'm so used to the idea that everything that I do is getting triple checked. So if I make a mistake, someone's going to immediately catch it and call me out on it. I think it's made me actually like a little bit it's not what? I forget what I was just saying. Oh yeah. No, I remember seeing the with the Garlean clam stuff. I was just like reading through his post about it, like how he collects the data. Yeah. It's the thing, like I'm so used to someone double checking. And the problem is there's only like 4 people collecting this data at all right now. Like, there's just not enough like independent verification of this stuff. It's so easy to make mistakes when you're dealing with these large numbers. Yeah, no, it's stressful. It's stressful knowing that, like, maybe if I say something, no one is ever going to go back and check it. Because, like, I do talk off the cuff a lot. Um, and there's usually, like, in Fishcord, there's usually someone else who knows more who'll be there to just be like, wait, that's wrong. And I'll be like, oh, whoops, sorry. But, like, with some of this stuff, like, no one else has checked it yet. Like, there's literally no one else doing this stuff. So it's like, I have to be very careful. I would say right now the thing that I'm most hesitant to say anything about, like the multipliers, I'm pretty sure at this point that that's how it works. Just because it seems very consistent. The rates, like the actual multiplier numbers, maybe not. But the fact that that's how it works, that seems roughly right. And that's like weighted, like doing it weighted like that seems like a really easy way to do so. Not a lot of people at this window right now. That's surprising. This is a nice like Saturday afternoon window. Where is everyone? It's only in 4 minutes. Usually they'd be packed by now. Sad. But like the one thing that I like absolutely like don't want to say anything about right now is what the actual like guarantee proc rates are. My guess is that it's like a percentage that is just like per stack and then it gets multiplied by the base bite rates. And that would explain why they're so low on certain fish. So like giant taimen, I saw one guarantee in like 100 casts, and I was going to three stacks on every one. Yeah, but it's like, what exactly are they? Like there hasn't. That's like the one thing there's been like the least testing on, because we started looking at the hidden messages now. Zenitech has been doing a lot of stuff with that. The nice thing about the hidden message procs is that you can just point to it and say fish dependent. That one's nice and easy. That one's fish dependent, so I don't have to worry about sweeping generalizations because it seems to differ for everything, or at least like not work exactly the same for exactly every fish. But yeah, right now my one piece of advice just looking at all this stuff is it's never, as far as I can tell, it's never worth fishing for the guarantee. Just because they're so rare in cases where they really, really are hugely beneficial. Because giant taimen goes up to like 10% with 3 stacks of lure. And the guarantee popped like once. So that's... Yeah, well, we're doing this for science. This isn't just if I was trying to just catch Cinde surprise, If I was just trying to like catch Cinder surprise for myself for like trying to actually like get my big fish title for the first time, I would not be doing this because this is a stupid idea. I'm not even gonna like. I'm gonna just hit lure 3 times and rest. I got enough eggs, right? Yeah, I'm at 9. Okay. 1 minute warning. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, let's go. Cinder surprise time. Let's go. And because I'm going for guarantee, I will be very explicitly, my slap is going to be Hornhelm. I got a guarantee. It's going to be a Hornhelm. If it's not a Hornhelm, I'm going to just, like, throw up. That's already long enough that I think it's Hornhelm. Alright. Got my Hornhelm. Let's go. And we are off to the races. No. 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 A riveting gameplay experience here. I'm going quiet because this is actually like taking all my concentration. All I'm doing is hitting the same button 3 times. There's a reason I'm not an ultimate raider. Hello. I'm currently stupidly trying to ambitious lure guarantee Cinder surprise, which I know won't work. But I'm doing it anyway. Exactly. Obviously, we want more people trying to modest lure it. Someone's got to be ambitious luring it. Just in case. The worst thing is, as we learned earlier with Golden Pipira, even if it was miraculously an ambitious lure fish, the guarantee rate's going to be so low that it would take many, potentially many windows to actually see it trigger. Very frustrating. Cinde will never behave. What we got here? Yeah. Well, the thing is, if it did work, and Cinder's Surprise was a powerful hook set fish, 3 stacks of lure would actually boost its bite rate to something like 10%. So, like, it's not a worthless question to test. Fishing for the guarantee proc would be a useless strategy. But if it did turn out to be an ambitious, or if it did turn out to be a powerful hook set, that would actually be like a huge nerf to it. We don't expect that to be true, but it would be a pretty significant nerf to it. So it's high on my priority list to confirm, like, get a hard confirmation that it is in fact a precision catch. Yeah, it's egg, but I'm not actually trying to catch it. I'm just trying to see if I can get it to proc a guarantee. I've caught enough eggs in my life, now I'm wasting the windows for science. At a certain point, you get deep enough in the rabbit hole that this is just how you spend a Saturday afternoon. Uh-oh. Oh, window ended. No luck. Let me see if anyone posted anything in the fish gourd. 10 more days. I hate this thing. No one said anything yet. Yeah, nope. This is horrible because it's like, this is worse than trying to catch egg normally because the number of shots you even get is lower. instead of God, what was I saying? Instead of trying to actually just catch the egg, I'm just trying to, like, trigger the proc guarantee, which is already a low enough chance. All right. So going back to my list of actual fish that I'm trying out, next one is it's in a couple of minutes. I give myself like a little bit of a cooldown period, I think. It's a Princess Killifish in the Silver Canal. I have night crawlers on me. I do have. Why do I have so many night crawlers? I don't remember even buying that many. It's not right. I want to go to Kugane. Yeah. Getting a nibble on Cinde is always a victory, by the way. The bite rate is 1.67%. It is low. It is every bite is a victory, and it has a 70% slip rate, so you're gonna need to see a lot of bites before you can actually catch it. It's a huge pain. It's the ultimate luck check. And yeah, the Heavensward Legends, a lot of them are really fun with the new kit. I know Fruity in particular has been going after Shari Benet a lot. Yeah, it's so I recently did this thing where I tried to I love the combat stance here. I tried to recatch all 289 big fish during one Bob Goblin Bass downtime. I made like a whole video about it. It's on my YouTube channel. Got on the first window. I actually, the very first time I went for Cinder Surprise, I first cast it. It was the luckiest fish I ever got. It took me 18 months to catch Ruby Dragon, but I first cast Cinder Surprise. But when I was going for Bob Goblin, I called it, yeah, it was me and Cavanessa where the two were doing this, and she came up with the term Bob Goblin Blitz, trying to catch all 289 big fish during the Bob Goblin Bass's 37-day downtime a couple of months ago now. The only two I did not manage to catch in that 37 days were Elid Scan and Cinder Surprise. And I caught Elid Scan like a week after it ended, and I caught Cinder Surprise like 2 weeks ago. What a pain. So, oops. Next one is going to be Princess Killifish. That's not what I'm doing. Alright. Hey, guaranteed small. So I'm gonna slap a brassfish. I don't need luck. Oh man. So one of my personal favorite quote unquote iconic fishing moment for myself was the second to last Endwalker legend that I caught was Lopoceros elegans. Sorry. It was Lopoceros elegans, and it took me like a million windows to catch it because it was super slippery. So, you know, typical Lopoceros experience. And there was one window where like people were getting set up and someone was just like, hey everyone, good luck. And I just replied, I don't need luck. And I was about to follow it up with, I need a stiff drink. But as I was typing, I don't need luck, hit enter. As I was typing, I need a stiff drink, Lopoceros elegans bit, and I caught it. So I just typed, I don't need luck, and caught Lopoceros. So it's just like, I don't need luck, caught. Well, there's one Princess Killifish. How many more can I get? I caught two greatest breams in one window earlier, which is fun. The lures are cracked. It's great because now I can just like hoard truly the greatest bream in the world. Yeah, guarantee. I think Princess Killifish has already been guaranteed small. I'm like 90% sure on that. Let me check my spreadsheet. Now that we can start like guaranteeing, like confirming and confirming which what hook set things are with these guarantee procs. I started like keeping a spreadsheet of which ones have and haven't actually been guaranteed because no one else was doing that yet. Yeah, Princess Killfish is checked. So, incidentally, for anyone in this chat, if you catch a big fish on a guarantee proc, yeah, I have that public. Let me just link it right here. I hope y'all can see that. There we go. Yeah, so if you catch, if you get a big fish bite on a guarantee proc that isn't already like in the confirmed category on that, just like post a screenshot in Fishcord and ping me. If you're not in Fishcord, that's the Fisherman's Horizon Discord. That's just a great place to be if you're a Final Fantasy XIV fisher. The Fishcord? No, that's oh god. What's the Fishcord link? Oh no. I don't know it off the top of my head. Slip. 1 second. What is it? Discord.gg/Fishcord? Yeah. I'm gonna link that here to. Oh, Discord or Fruity already got it? Okay. Yeah, so that's the, like, I don't run that at all. I'm just in it. That's Fisherman's Horizon. That's the like the largest English language fishing Discord. Oh yes, to tag me it's just Kafkaleo. Why did I do that? Oh, I know why I'm having so many few Princess Killifish. It's because I didn't surface slap a second Brassfish, because I'm dumb. I'm silly. Yeah, I'm Kafkaleo there too. I misunderstood the question because I'm distracted, sorry. And there goes the window. All right. Next up, we have a choice to make. There are two roads diverge here. They're roughly equivalent in terms of what can be demoed. One of them is two fish, Vidofnir and Discobolus, both of which I think will benefit heavily from lures. I haven't tried out either of them yet personally, but just like looking at what's available, I think both of those will get a big boost. So that's a Vidofnir and Discobolus on the one hand, and the other is going for Giant Takitaro, and that one has a ludicrously low bite rate, and I think it gets roughly doubled by the lures. to a only very low circuit tilapia with spareful. That's also an option, but I think I'm going to do something stupid. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for giant Takitaro, and I'm going to try and refresh its intuition. I'm gonna try and refresh Namitaro Int. I'm gonna do something stupid and pointless and potentially not potentially. It's like it's not impossible. It's not impossible, but it's like very unlikely. So just to break down, the fuck am I? To break down what is about to happen. Giant Takitaro. This is actually the thing that has been the least studied of the new Dawn Trail stuff. Yeah, do we actually have like do we have hard numbers on like anything? I haven't like kept up that much on the intuition testing, honestly. That's a good spot. No hard numbers on anything. In some cases it feels like it's 10%, in others it feels way worse than that, but like 10% can go either way really easily. Like that's a way high variance number, so who knows? Gotta find a good cliff spot. It's luckier to fish from cliffs, don't you know? That's a scientifically proven fact. You gotta fish off a cliff if you want good luck. Yeah, after this is over, I should show you all my yellow scone fishing spot. Ugh, there's really not a lot of good cliff spots over here in Earth's Gift. How frustrating. There's definitely not a lot of cliffs. Yeah. Is this like one rock and tree like the best we got? Okay, fine. Oh! I can walk up the tree. Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is good. Okay. Yeah, this is the good shit. This is where I will be. Okay. And I got my glowworms. Okay. Beautiful. This is perfect. Oops. How does it look sitting? This is horrible. Okay. Void Bass is up again in 2 hours. With Fish Eyes, it is up in... Oops. Sorry. Fish Eyes, it is up in 2 hours. You got a long wait. Void Bass is annoying. I think it benefits at least somewhat from the lures. I haven't actually done the math on Void Bass yet. Alright, so that's true, it doesn't, does it? Most fish don't have a confirm yet. I guess is the key issue. Alright, so to explain the stupid thing that I'm doing right now. So giant Takitaro is a frustrating, a kind of rare big fish. Catching it is the trigger requirement for Fisher's Intuition to catch a legendary fish called Namitaro. Namitaro intuition lasts like barely any time. How long does it actually last? Like a minute? God, nothing. So you have 1 minute to catch Namitaro when the intuition triggers. Now, with the addition of the Fisher's Instinct trait, it is possible to refresh every intuition by catching at least one of the fish that triggers the intuition. Giant Takitaro is the only fish that triggers Namitaro intuition. So to reset Namitaro intuition, the only way you can do it is by catching an additional giant Takitaro, which is rare and really hard to catch. So the other thing is that Namitaro uses a different bait. So there are literally 0 circumstances where you would naturally refresh Namitaro intuition. It's too short. It's on a different bait, and the only fish that can do it is extremely rare. So I think it would be really funny to do it. So I'm just gonna waste my life trying to do that right now because it's funny. I almost managed to re-trigger Lancetfish intuition the other day. I had Lancetfish going from Fisheye Moras, and I caught a third Mora, and it didn't refresh the int. I was very sad, and it ran out before I could catch a fourth. I'll do it though. I'll do it someday. Lancetfish int is one that's like definitely not useful. It's like not super useful, but it does have a potential purpose. I never got good at using Collector's Glove to chum cancel back during well, I never ever got good at using Collector's Glove to cancel chum back when it actually mattered. I just have like really like I'm physically slow at pressing the buttons. I'm like physically like I fat finger buttons a lot. All of my Fisher skill comes from being over prepared. It's why I don't really ocean fish that much, because your ability to actually execute matters a lot more. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I got a ping. Big Cuda confirmed large. Sweet. Add that to the pile. We're getting them fast now. What is up, Fruity? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're about to learn something horrible. Or not. But maybe. Now I'm engrossed. I've just gone silent in anticipation. Then again, all I'm doing is trying to catch giant Takitaro, which is like the least interesting possible fish. It would be so funny if I managed to reset the intuition, though. Oh, yes, you can. Yes. That was known initially. I think someone mentioned it on like day one, but I don't think it's like super widely. Yeah. I at least like saw someone mention that on like day one, but it's not like super duper widely discussed. Um, as you can tell, I basically don't animation cancel anything though, just because I'm too. Maybe it's because I have everything set up on bad buttons. Yeah. You can animation cancel rest. Wacky. That's getting to the point where it's too many button presses for me to actually pull off consistently, which is why I like, yeah, I think I just like failed it right there. I'm clumsy physically. No, it's not something that's been discussed a lot. I think it got mentioned like maybe once or twice. And it was like during the first day or two, and I don't think I've seen it brought up since then. Um, I forget who it was who mentioned it. But yeah, someone was just like, oh my god, and you can animation cancel rest too. Yeah, like that. You can see I just like don't have the muscle reflex like memory built in to do it well. It would pro. Why did I just mod a slur? Get out of here. Why have... Oh, that's why I got small sized fish last time. Because I was mod slurring. Is it possible that I am dumb? Always. This is why I write everything down. Yeah, even with the boost from A-Lord, Giant Taketaro hasn't exactly become common. The sadness. I love that like one of our unambiguously best new skills is a level 1 level 1 like fishing skill that so many people like don't even notice. It's really funny. I just love that. Here. So there are these construction guys who were coming to like fix my kitchen because my kitchen sink is backing up, and they said they were going to be like cutting a hole in the wall, and I was worried the sound was going to be like so loud, but I haven't heard anything, and I wonder if they just like didn't do it. I think we now have more skills than you can like reasonably fit on the hotbar. Yeah, so many people don't know about it at all. What I did with my main account, which I need to finish doing here, I moved all of the spearfishing skills to their own separate hotbar and just swapped it out. Because like when you're spearfishing, you don't need literally any of this stuff that I have here, like cast, hook, mooch. So I just put all of the spearfishing stuff on like my regular kind of setup here and just replaced it. Uh, ocean fishing. So it goes. I have only hit 30k points in ocean fishing a singular time. Yep, here we go. A guarantee. Something good? No. It's very much just like not my forte because it actually relies a lot on execution. Gotta send a screenshot of this. I wish you could G-pose while gathering so badly, you know? Like, look at this. What a spot. Yeah. Gotta send a screenshot of that after the stream. Found a good spot. Come on. I love how there's two different things that you can refer to as the collector's glove trick. There's the former chum canceling and now I guess rest canceling thing where you just turn it on and off really fast. And then there's also the stuff for like Stethecanthus and Garlic This, where you like hold something in the window for triggering intuition. I just love that. Comically OP mechanic. Wow, there's only 5 minutes left in the window. That's awful. It's like nothing ever changed. An entire giant Takataro window exactly like the old ones used to be. Turns out boosting from 2 to 4% doesn't really look much better, does it? Sad, sad, sad. The struggle is real. Probably would have been better to go to Vidofnir or Disco Bolus. Would have had a lot more to show for myself afterwards. Oh well. It would have been really funny. Yeah. Now, by my math, it should boost from like about 2% to about 4%, which is like literally doubling its odds, but still puts it in the realm of such famously friendly and catchable fish as like Moratecta. And as we all know, Moratecta is like one of the most reliably catchable fish in the game. Right? On that note, guess where I'm heading next? Yeah, I'm gonna give up at 3 p.m. here and make my way to the next spot. Last cast. Nah. Alright. Let's go to the Ondo Cups. Alright, time for My favorite new piece of tech. The new way to get a lancetfish. Is it reliable? It's about as reliable as the old way. The difference is that now, the lancetfish window, new piece of tech, yeah. So in terms of success rate, I have tried this a bunch of times, and it has worked a few. I'll need to do some more, like, much more thorough testing of this. The difference, though, is that you roll up to the lancetfish window like 20 minutes early instead of 5 hours early, which I think is an improvement from like a mental health standpoint, I would say. No, someone else is here. All right, let's go. Actually, what should I be? Whatever. So I'm just gonna build some stacks here to start. So fish eyeing a Moratecta is totally possible. If I had been smart and not trying to go for the Namitaro exactly when I was, the Daikataro exactly when I was, I would have shown up a couple minutes earlier so that I could actually be like fully prepped, 10 stacks, full GP before this window actually opened, which I won't be. You can get like 7 easily fisheye windows in the time before the real Moratecta window opens, which is longer than a standard Moratecta window. So it's like you got 2 Tecta windows back to back. The odds of catching a Moratecta window in a given window are like 50-50-ish. So it's kind of basically the equivalent of like in a real window. So it's like basically the equivalent of jailing yourself 1 window early, or like showing up 1 window early and attempting to jail yourself. Alright, I've already started to cut into my time here, but I don't want to be texting while I've got still my buffs running. One thing I will adamantly not be doing is I won't be luring. I tried a few windows luring and I did not have any particular success with it. Fruity actually crunched some numbers, and it seems that lures, the powerful hookset bite numbers here are so high that lures may actually lower your odds of catching a Moratecta. Which is very funny, but you know, not really what you want to see. So, okay, give us a second to heat up. I don't know why I used the term heat up. Alright, and I got about 15 minutes to try and catch 1 Moratecta. Wait, no, I didn't slap my stormfish yet. Why did I slap that? Waste of GP. This is what I mean when I say that I'm not actually, like, good at, like, on the fly fishing. I just, like, will do stuff and then I'll just, like, stare at it for a second. I'm like, why did I just do that? That's not a stormfish either. Oh my god. It's a full hour into the window and I haven't even fish-eyed once. Okay. Let's go. We're playing really inefficiently today. Maybe I'll just get lucky. I'll just get lucky and have everything work out great for me anyway. It happens sometimes. So generally, it's like not really. It's like basically equivalent in standard whether you're going to surface slap a stormfish or a caliban. Like the actual odds roughly even out because of how long the caliban bite rates are. For this though, because GP is so crucial. I think that slapping a stormfish is better, just because it lets you fish eyes more often. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Actually, what's this? What is the stormfish bite? If stormfish bite unchummed is shorter than caliban bite chummed, it might actually be better. I don't know. I need to actually, like, sit there and actually, like, do this more than, like, I've done this, like, 4 times. I need to do it more than that. Alright. But yeah, basically, what I'm doing here is you can fisheye a Moratecta, so you catch the first one with fish eyes. You can show up at 4 p.m. Eorzea time, preferably earlier, so you can have like stacks of Angler's Arts. I didn't chum that. Fuck it. I need coffee in my life. Yeah, get your Angler's Art stacks, chum, or fisheye, and then hopefully you can get your Moras. And then lance it. The real killer with Lancet Intuition is the fact that the second Moratecta still has to be in the real window. So you'll still often wind up in a situation where you caught the first one and then didn't manage to get the second one. The difference now though is because I showed up here like 5 minutes ago, and not 3 hours ago. When I don't get the second one, I'm just gonna leave. I'm not stuck here. I'll just go. There's nothing keeping me locked, chained up here in this absolutely miserable. I should, yeah. Miserable place. just realized that I have, oops, that's not right. I should, there we go. I usually keep it to other people's names displayed as initials while I'm streaming, and I just like was staring at someone else's username and I realized I didn't do that, and I'm like, whoops. Alright. Sorry. I realize I'm very small time, but I value other people's privacy. I would be kind of annoyed if I found out that someone was just like streaming me. And I won't chum this last one. Save some GP. So I think it was last night? So I feel like last night or this morning. This is how much like my life blurs together. It was either last night or this morning. I was trying this and I like didn't get more Tecta during the fisheye window. And then I managed to double Mora during the like real window. And then I caught the Lancetfish on a guarantee message. So I was able to confirm that Lancetfish is in fact a powerful hook set, which is nice. But it was just like really funny how like I lucked out on that. So a lot of things had to work out really well for that to come together. All right. Do, do, do. Do, do. Since I hadn't chummed. Really doesn't help that this alt is a little bit under geared. It doesn't have a lot of GP. Because this is a very GP intensive thing to do. Fisheyes just chews through it. Fingers crossed. The old chum and lure? Yeah. Truly. If this wasn't so GP intensive with the fisheyes, I would definitely be chumming and luring. Alas. I love how even with like the fisheye nerf to Mora, with all these like lures, with just everything, Lancetfish still manages to just be a huge freaking pain in the ass. It'll never stop. Shadowbringer's fish are just they're a different breed. At least now there's like a way around jail. Like that's what matters to me. It can be as annoying as it wants. The thing I care about is not jailing. That to me is like the most crucial thing. Because the jailing was bad. And I caught my first lancetfish on content, like pre Endwalker. It was like sorry. I caught it, yeah. Like only a little bit before Endwalker dropped, and I spent like most of the time between 5.55 and Endwalker, like trying to catch up on some of the Shadowbringers fishing. I think Lancetfish might have actually been the Lancetfish and Listercanthus were I think the only Shadowbringers legendaries I managed to catch before Endwalker came out. Maybe Ronka, I forget. But I remember jailing back when you couldn't log out. That was rough. That was really rough. Yay, Mora. Alright. So, I have now caught my first Moratecta. So this is the Fisheye Mora. So I now have 3 minutes. Oh god, only 3 minutes, really? Okay. That's annoying. I'll just start spam catching stuff and hoping that I can get some natural larges. So, the real Mora window will open at 10 p.m. At that point, it's standard, normal Mora catch time, and everything just goes the same from there. So, just demoing the new, better way to catch lancetfish. It is now fairly reliable to get the first Moratecta before, like, in the gap before the Moratecta window opens. Like, you saw how badly I did that. That was just like shit performance. I wasted GP surface slapping the wrong thing. I'm on an alt that has like low overall GP. It is like under geared. I'm wearing level 90 gear. It's like a mono melted Indicator stuff. So yeah, this has worked for me pretty consistently. Obviously it hasn't worked every time. I need a much larger pool of attempts. The nice thing is that you can test this, I say you in a general sense. The nice thing is that I can test this during literally any Moratecta window. It doesn't have to be ones before Lancetfish, since what I'm really checking is just how feasible it is to catch one in a 17.5 minute gap. Just like during the first part of the window. Alright. I don't know why I did that. My life is so hard. I just like sit here and I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? It's a miracle I can function. God. Whatever, just give me a stormfish so I can slap and start going. Alright, and now we're in like normal mode here. We're in the standard Moratecta window. No new tricks here. Ambitious Lure doesn't seem to be very effective. Or at the very least doesn't seem to give that much of a boost. Could do more testing later to figure out if it like improves things or not. I'm a little tight on GP right now because I did something stupid, so I'm not gonna. I just didn't jump right there. This is what it means. This is what it means to fish too much. You just sit here and you start being like, wow, I'm like not functional enough anymore. So I've been playing since like, I've been fishing like nonstop since 2 p.m. So I'm a little tired. I'll blame it on that. In any case, I did demo the thing that actually mattered here, which is how to fish Iolantha fish. Like, that can be done. Oh, there we go. Yay, second Mora. We Gucci. Alright. And I got some time, so I'm gonna build some stacks while I wait for the real window to open. Actually, what is the bite rate on Squid Strip? Is there any benefit from luring? Probably not, right? But what if there was? Let me just check something. Oops. I was in another tab. Okay, so it's about a 27% precision bites on Squid Strip. So, I mean, it's not, like, useless. It wouldn't be, like, useless to be trying to lure, just because that is enough. Especially if you slap a stormfish. Yeah, there is probably enough quantity of other, and it might be worth it. I'm gonna switch the Squid Strips right now already. Actually, what would have been really funny is let me see here. I'm gonna switch back to the short bill minnow. just for one last cast, just because I think it would be really funny if I managed to catch one last Moratecta, and reset the intuition. That would just be really funny. I won't, but it would be funny. Or will I? We're in Caliban territory. Nah, alright. Squid strip time. I haven't slapped my stormfish yet. And let's lure. $73.27 is enough that I think there's at least a little bit of a boost from luring that it might be, you know, partially worth it, especially with a stormfish slap involved. Hey, I'm getting cheered on. Thank you, person cheering me on. Nope. All right. I wonder if they're saying anything to me. I like keep my chat totally hidden while I'm streaming. Like I only have my fishing messages popping up. Let's see. Oh, this is long. Oh wait, I didn't chum it, did I? That's why. That'll do it. Ever since they introduced the lures, I'm so much worse at chumming. It's like I just forget to do it, like half the time. Oh, I guarantee. So we got multiple people. I didn't chum that. Oh well. What we got? What we got? I don't know if I mentioned this, but I actually like very carefully plotted out the entire stream today, starting with to start out with the Pearl Pupira at 2 and to end it with this Lancetfish window. So this is going to be where I conclude it. I'm really happy that I was able to trigger the intuition. Just so that I was able to like kind of demo pretty much every piece of like tech that I wanted to show off. A lot of swim bait stuff with especially Pearl Pupira and Ronka, fish eyes stuff with Lancetfish and Ronka. A lot of luring, which like for me has been kind of the highlight of the Dawn Trail big fishing stuff so far. I'm gonna try to stream a little bit more often. I like didn't do anything for a month because I've been really busy IRL. And hopefully that's... Oops. I have all these stacks, why am I not using them? Yeah, I'll try to stream a little bit more often. Well, just so I'm not forgotten, abandoned to the void. One of those people who has like wannabe streamer in their profile and it just like never even hobby streams. The most embarrassing place to be. I don't think I'm getting a lancet fish today though. Whoops. Unless I really luck out. I don't think I'm getting a lancet fish today. Ooh. Like one more shot. Oh. Thank you. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy kind of talking. And I like fishing. Alright. Maybe that snapshot to be before the window ended. We'll find out. No, that's fun. Oh yeah, I have a lengthy YouTube video that I made a while ago. Nope. Alright. Return to Limsa. Let me just link that in the chat. So I made this video that I think is good. Oops. Oh my god. It just auto plays. Why is it everything autoplay? Okay, so let me just like that. So this is about like my attempt to catch all 289 big fish in a month, and is also like an intro to big fishing in general and a lot of like the mechanics about it. And I'm gonna talk myself down always. But yeah, if I think most of it is still correct. So yeah, if you like it, keep circulating the tapes so that I shared it with my friends who like to watch those like video game documentaries about like dense mechanics and stuff. I actually have like ideas for 2 more videos that I'm like currently working on writing. One of them is like, I think this one has potential to like at least break out of the fishing stuff, because it's like not fishing specific at all. Like to break out of like the fisher community, just because I mean we're kind of niche, so there's like kind of a limit on how far things can travel outside of our circle. The title is going to be something like the title is More Than You Could Possibly Ever Need to Know About How Weather Works in Final Fantasy XIV. And it's gonna be about I like fell down this insane rabbit hole on like every single aspect of the weather. Yeah, so this is not going to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna work on that. It might take a little while. I can bump that one up. The other one is just like kind of a history of lancet fish, because I hate it so much, and I'm like deeply fascinated with the extent to which people were willing to like stick themselves in jail for hours for a chance at the opportunity to attempt to catch a digital fish, and then complained about it when they did it to themselves, which I think is interesting. Ooh, yeah. I follow Innes on Twitter. Should talk to him a little more. Yeah, no, the one thing that I did with the weather, the reason that I got like started on thinking about that was because I figured out how the weather in Imperium works. Because all the weather trackers are broken for it. And it's like it just doesn't work the way the weather in any other area, like overworld area of the game works. So that was like what got me thinking about it, and it's just like it would be really funny to just do kind of my idea is it starts out like here's everything that you need to know about the weather, and it just like covers the basic stuff like the weather is universal, it's the same for everyone. The weather changes every in-game hours. The weather is pseudo-random, so it's actually perfectly predictable if you know how the algorithm works. And that's everything you need to know. That's not what I called this video. And then it just like gets deeper and deeper into more and more like stupidly obscure mechanics of how the weather works, like deep into the specifics of like the algorithm, the weather stacks, and then starts getting to like, all right, so what's something that literally nobody needs to know? Well, here's one that I know nobody needed to know because I am literally the person who figured it out. So that's my pitch. That's my pitch on that one. Yeah. You can tell what kind of person I am in real life by the fact that I'm like constantly running around in game. Like I just can't stay still. Yeah. I've had that one like circulating around in my head a little bit. I need to do more actual weather research. Because there's definitely some things that I don't fully understand. And obviously I don't want to like go around saying things that I'm not 100% sure of in a video. Like I have a bad habit of saying stuff that I'm like 80% sure of with complete confidence. But if I'm like putting something out in like YouTube video form, I want to like make absolutely 100% sure all of it's completely right. And it's like I don't actually know how diadem weather works. I don't actually know anything about the holiday weather. I don't really know what's up with Gridania's weather stack. It's really weird. I don't know if anybody knows what's up with that. I'd like to figure that out. I know ocean fishing weather is random, but like I don't know how random is random. There's a few things I want to actually like manually test to figure out if it's like random or if it's like random enough. I know that boats that leave at like the same time are random, like have different weather, but I don't know if that's true of boats that leave at like literally the same second. That's something that I want to actually like manually check with someone. I can rope one of my IRL friends into that. Preferably someone that I'm like in our physical room with, so we can hit the go button at the same time on like two separate solo boats. Or alternatively, we're going to be holding one of the holding some kind of a party finder achievement boat captive for 44 seconds. So yeah, that's everything for today. I used to be trying to stream weekly. I don't know right now how possible it's going to be, just because next week I'm super busy. Week after that, I'll probably be able to stream, and the week after that, I'm at a con. So probably 2 weeks till I'm available to stream again. And I will definitely keep people posted. I might move up the weather video. All right. Thank you everyone who came, and have a great day.